And to shed more light on this topic, I'm so delighted to be accompanied over the phone by Dr. Reda Abdel Haleem, ex-head of the Central Administration for Archaeological Documentation at the Ministry of Tourism and Antiquities. Good evening, Doctor.
Good evening.
Well, Doctor of...
Hello, my friend.
Hello?
Hello, yes, you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Very good.
Well, Dr. Reda, of course, Egypt cannot stop surprising the whole world, and this historical significant discovery or recovery is one of a kind. Can you tell us more about it?
Egypt usually is happy by any excavation we do for the surface land or for under the sunken statues, which happened last week, since few days, I mean, by discovering a lot of statues from Greek-Roman time. This means that Alexandria belonged Alexander. So Greek-Roman time is very unique in Egypt, especially this civilization covered Egypt and covered many countries, but it's very famous, especially in Alexandria. This statue must be recovered as soon as possible to collect it together and to put it in a nice place to exhibit it to everyone. And I hope one day we can a big hall in the Grand Egyptian Museum for the sunken statues which we discovered it lately.
Yes, and of course, this underwater recovery is very notable because it's Egypt's first in 16 years.
Yes, Egypt have had this opportunity to find these sunken statues since a long time ago, but we have also to mention that we have administration for sunken statues, and especially in the Supreme Council of Antiquity since more than 25 years. These colleagues are working day and night to save this statue, to look for more than 1,000 pieces of antiquity under the water. It's a big job they do, and we are so lucky to find a cooperation between China and some other countries to work together to save this statue and recover it as soon as possible.
And of course, can you tell us more about the impact of such discovery when it comes to tourism and of course supporting this sector? And of course, it's a big cultural heritage.
This heritage is very important to us because it reflects a good time for Egypt, which is controlled by Greek-Roman time. Greek-Roman time covered many countries, especially Egypt. And they stayed here and they consider Alexandria as the capital for this empire of Greek-Roman. Most of these statues need to be recovered by using some special treatment through our colleagues in Supreme Council of Antiquity. They are specialized to deal it very well and to keep it like receiving a baby. We're receiving a baby from the water. How to deal it, how to keep it in a good case, how to offer it to the world by its normal and good state. We need to have this cooperation with many countries, and we call different countries around us to share us to help to keep this antiquity in Egypt, of course, and we can make exhibition in any countries. They need to have this cooperation with us.
And of course, Doctor, this is an edition of the Quartz Sphinx, the cartouche of the Ramses II. So it's a merge, it's a lot of stories that is being told through history.
The cartouches in the statues sometimes come to have the blessing from the name. Ramses II put his name in many statues, and after he died, the people consider him like a god. Ramses have many statues in Egypt, and the biggest size for any statues, you can call it this for Ramses, especially. Greek-Roman time also statues have a big size. It's not normal to find 2 meters and half, sometimes a big statue to any Greco-Roman statue. We have it already, and it's in pieces. And we find only, some statues for Sphinx. It means that they worshipped also to the goddess Rahur Asti. The connection between the Egyptian gods and the Egyptian kings were in the brain, in the mind of the Greek-Roman time. So they loved our history. They worship to our gods. They want to be close to the people in Egypt. For that, they print the cartouches for many names of pharaonic time.
So what is known about this city is still not discovered yet. There is more to be discovered, I mean.
We have a lot. Well, we need to spend big time to find a lot of discovery. Because the sea, the Mediterranean, I mean, especially in Abu Qir, this area had many temples in ancient times, during Greek-Roman time. And the temples were so close to the water. And the water, the Mediterranean, it changed its way many times. So they covered our statue and draw it to deepest place. We are lucky to have specialized friends from different countries, like Chinese, like Italian. They helped us, and now we have a very experienced Egyptian to swim under the water for big distance to check what's inside. Also, we find the statues small, not big only. We have Ushaktis. Ushaktis, it looks like around 15 centimeters. So, a big numbers of statues. Ushaktis means the statue for the king to replace the king for working. وشكتي means المجيبة تماثيل المجيبة she can replace the king. So many types of statues, animal statues like Sphinx in a lion shape, huge statues for empires, uncompleted statues sometimes broken, some pieces. We need to make restoration to collect it together in one hall and invite the people to show them how it can be in a great discovery near the sea to support us how to continue to find the other statues inside the water.
Well, of course, the more you dig, the more you see more antiquities and more treasures that we have, and we're so proud that we have lots of treasures, very unique and very diverse too. But Doctor, can you tell us more about how do Egypt celebrate the International Day of Preserving the Underwater Cultural Heritage?
You know, the cooperation between us and some countries like China can support this through agreement. We can do that to keep the heritage, big heritage, to another generation. Don't keep it in a small statue, a small museum or something, or keep it in Greek-Roman museum in Alexandria. No, I suggest. I think the same idea in the mind of our Minister of Antiquity. He is going soon to offer it to different countries to make a treatment or agreement or any deal to show it to the world, except the countries around the Mediterranean. Maybe they can found in the other side of Mediterranean, in Italy, in any place, in France, in any place, have a site for this Mediterranean to find the treasures for Egyptian as well. Because Egypt now, you can't imagine that we have a temple in Saudi Arabia from Egyptian time, from pharaonic time, from Ramses time, and now our mission expedition were sent since a few years, 2 or 3 years, to dig in Saudi Arabia to find our antiquity, our heritage there. So our antiquity is spread during a long time to all the countries around Egypt, not in Egypt only. So the people who can imagine that the Mediterranean have our treasures, we still have a lot, but we have to be patient to offer it to the mankind as a heritage of Egypt.
Well, Doctor, of course, I would like to thank you so much. I was so delighted to be accompanied with Dr. Reda Abdel Haleem, the ex-head of the Central Administration for Archaeological Documentation at the Ministry of Tourism and Antiquities. Doctor, this was so fruitful conversation. Well, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, we came to the end of this episode. Best regards from me, Shuru Bakir. Tomorrow with another colleague. See you then.